So we saw that we can use the present tense to refer to the future. For example, if we have some future context, we can just use the present tense by itself. So we could say, I am having breakfast with them tomorrow. Now in Spanish, you don't say with them, you say with they. With they. So how would that be first?
Con ellos.
Good. And to have breakfast, we said, was to unfast. Desayunar. Like in English, breakfast, break, fast. So, I'm having breakfast with them tomorrow.
Desayuno con ellos mañana.
Good. Desayuno con ellos mañana. Good. And if we don't have a future context, like mañana or any other context that's showing us it's the future, we can also use I am going to speak about the future. So you can say, I am going to have breakfast with them. How is that?
Voy a desayunar con ellos. Con ellos.
Good. Voy a desayunar con ellos. Good. And if we had the future context, it doesn't mean we have to say desayuno con ellos mañana. We could also say voy a desayunar con ellos mañana. The fact that we have future context doesn't mean we can't use voy anymore. So we've seen in that way we can use the present to talk about the future. But this doesn't mean that we don't have a future tense in Spanish. We do. Luckily, we don't have to learn any new sounds to master the future tense in Spanish. The future tense in Spanish is connected with the past tense that we learn of haber. Haber, this past of I have had breakfast, or I have eaten, I have gone. So let's make a recap of the forms of haber. Now it's very irregular haber, and we said that a nice trick to remember the different forms of haber is just looking at the two vowel sounds inside the verb haber. So what are those two vowel sounds?
A and E.
Good. Let's start with E. What does E mean by itself?
I have.
Good. I have, spelled H-E. And what other person is connected with I? What's the plural of I, let's say?
Hemos.
Good. We. So we have E for I have and hemos for we have. What is A by itself, H-A?
He, she, it, or you, formal.
Good. So give me the other two versions now.
An.
Good. They or you guys.
Or you, yeah. And us, which is you, informal.
Good. So that's our set. Let's practice a little bit some structures with haber, just to recap. So what was to sleep? Dormant?
Dormir.
Good. So how would you say I have slept? Begin with I have.
He dormido.
Good. We have slept.
Hemos dormido.
He has slept.
Ha dormido.
Good. How would you say to recommend?
Recomendación. Recomendar.
Good. So how would you say they have recommended it? They have recommended it. And I remind you that with the structures with haber, the it has to come before haber. There's no option of where to put it. So they have recommended it.
Lo han recomendado.
Lo han recomendado. Good. So these forms that we have, these forms of haber that we have, hemos, a, as, an, are also the endings that we have for the future tense. So like I said, we will learn the future tense now without having to learn any new sounds. Now, the interesting thing about the future tense is that we take the verb in its to form, whether it's an verb, verb, or verb, doesn't matter, and we put the ending at the end of the to form and we stress the ending. We are effectively pushing the accent into the future. For example, we have comer, and what was I have from haber?
E.
E. So that's the sound, without the H, just the sound, E. That's the sound that we need for future, for I. We add that on to comer, and we get comere. And that's I will eat. Now we are pushing the accent into the future, which might just seem like a coincidence, but you can notice that it happens in other languages as well, this phenomenon. For example, in Greek, part of the past tense is to pull the accent back one syllable, to pull the accent back into the past. And actually, this is so important in Greek that if there is not a syllable there to do it, you add one to pull the accent back into the past. So this is a phenomenon that you see in different languages, the accents representing somehow or reflecting somehow the concept of time and tenses. So here we are pushing the accent into the future. Comere. I will eat. You can give me the rest of the versions for the future of comer.
Comeremos.
Good. Comeremos. We will eat.
Comerá.
Good. He will eat.
Comerás.
You informal will eat.
Comerán.
Good. They or you guys will eat. Good. What was to go? We said it was very irregular. We have boy and vamos and va, but the verb to go doesn't look anything like them.
Ir.
Ir. Ir in the future is regular. So we can follow these rules and get the future tenses of to go. I will go. He will go. So what is I will go?
Iré.
Iré. And we will go?
Iremos.
Iremos. He will go?
Irá.
Irá. They? Or you guys?
Irán.
Iran. Like the country. They will go to Iran.
Irán a Irán.
Iran a Iran. Good. You informal will go?
Irás.
Good. And what if we wanted to make it a question? Will you go?
Irás.
Good. Won't you go?
¿No irás?
Why won't you go?
¿Por qué no irás?
Good. What was to find or to encounter?
Encontrar.
Encontrar. I will find.
Encontraré.
Good. Encontraré. I will find it.
Lo encontraré.
Good. Lo encontraré. We will find it.
Los encontraré.
That was an interesting error because I said we, so I made I plural with we, and your mind made the it plural. Huh?
Yeah.
We will find it.
Lo encontraremos.
Good. Lo encontraremos. He or she or you formal will find it.
Lo encontrará.
Good. Lo encontrará. He will find them or she will find them or you formal will find them.
Los encontrarán.
So you made both of them or they.
You said them.
But we said he will find them or she will find them.
Los encontrará.
Good. Los encontrará. So we want to think about the two things separately. The who is doing the verb and who are they doing it to? Who or what are they doing it to? We said that quedar means to remain, quedar, and to get the meaning of I stay, we say I remain myself. How was that? I remain myself.
Me quedo.
Me quedo. Good. How would you say I will stay then? I will remain myself.
Quedaré.
Good, but quedaré means I will remain, and if you want the meaning of stay, you must use
Me.
Yeah.
Me quedaré.
Me quedaré. I will remain myself or I will stay. I will stay here.
Me quedaré. Aquí.
Good. What was to prepare?
Preparar.
Good. And I will prepare?
Prepararé.
Good. So it's very important to think out the whole verb, preparar, and then add on the e, prepararé. Because a very common mistake that learners make is to say preparé, and they miss out the last R because they don't think out the whole verb first. So we must think out the whole verb first, preparar, and then add on the ending, prepararé. What was to wait or to hope?
Esperar.
Esperar. I will wait.
Esperaré.
Good. What was to organize?
Organizar.
Good. He will organize?
Organizará.
Good. Organizará. So the useful thing about the accent being on this ending is that we don't have to worry about where the accent goes when we're pronouncing the whole verb. Organizará on the end. Organizará. They will organize?
Organizarán.
Good. Organizarán. Good. What was tired?
Cansado.
Good. Cansado. So how would you say I will be tired? I will be tired.
Seré. Estaré cansada.
Good. Estaré cansada. Good. How would it will be from ser? It will be, using ser.
Será.
Good. Sound familiar from anywhere?
Que será, será.
Yes. So very simple, the future tense. Doesn't matter if we have ar, er, or ir verb. We are adding on these endings, and these endings are the same as the different versions of haber. So if we forget them, we can look back to haber, and then we just add that on the end. But in saying that, the future tense is not so often used in Spanish. Most of the time you will find yourself using present or voy a, vamos a. But the future tense does exist, and now you know it.